A recent conversation, or argument really, has been floating around the strongman community. From my understanding, this all started with Anthony Furman and Terry Rady. Anthony Furman is a two-time world's strongest man under 105 kilo. Cool, but you probably recognize him from the Titan Games. So Anthony is hosting a pro show for the best of 105 kilo and under strongman competitors. It's called Clash on the Coast, and Anthony is actually putting $10,000 of his own money up for a first place prize. It's a pretty cool opportunity. So Anthony announced the event rules for the qualifier on Instagram, and he said that belt cleans are allowed. A quick definition of terms. In strongman, there's an event called an axle clean and press. The 2-inch diameter of the bar and the fixed sleeves that do not rotate like the end of an Olympic barbell makes the bar difficult to clean. So strongmen will perform the continental clean, where they work the barbell up their body like you see in these videos. Typically, the barbell makes contact on your body just above your abdomen. A belt clean is where you set the bar on your belt, and then you use the belt to launch the bar up to your shoulders. Now back to Anthony. When he announced that belt cleans were allowed, Terry Rady posted this. And he said, "We want to be taken seriously, so serious that you make an event easier so you can eat, sleep, and drink mid-lift. Hashtag you are weak, hashtag trash." Terry's a strongman record holder, 2 world titles in 2017 and 2018, and America's Strongest Man in 2019. So his opinion means something. He's not just an Instagram strongman like me. I started to see a lot of back and forth on Instagram, videos for and against belt cleans, and even some choice words being exchanged between Terry and other coaches. It was hot. Anthony is actually promoting a max belt clean competition, and he changed his name on Instagram to Belt Clean. Terry made a video on Instagram about how to clean an axle without a belt. And I actually think it contains excellent tips. Belt clean topic aside for just a minute, I reposted this video on my Instagram and some people responded mentioning the belt clean. I didn't post it for any reason other than the fact that it contained great tips. That video is on Terry's Instagram if you want to go check it out. Cale Beck even hopped in and made a post about how the weightlifting belt was literally invented to assist with the clean, so why are we arguing about this? And unfortunately, like most internet arguments, it started to become a matter of tribalism. If you don't like someone, you jump on the other side. And if you do like someone, you jump on their side. Since this back and forth started, everybody is asking my opinion on the topic. I've received between 0 and 50 DMs asking about my opinion on the belt clean topic. So here it is. As a promoter of a show, you can do whatever you want, especially if it's a strongman show. Strongman is not nearly as standardized as powerlifting and weightlifting, which I really like. So Anthony can make whatever rules he wants. Plus, the show is unsanctioned, and he's putting up $10,000 of his own money for first place prize. So I don't think that allowing belt cleans is really that big of a deal. With that said, I think guys like Terry have a right to challenge rules or any changes in the sport. Competitors who are competing at the top level or who have competed at the top level have a right to voice their opinion because they're the ones being affected by those changes. I, on the other hand, just like competing at local shows and incorporating strongman into my workout routine. Whether or not belt cleans are allowed at nationals or World's Strongest Man doesn't affect me one bit. Terry advocates for making the sport harder, and he thinks that belt cleans are a crutch, so he speaks out against it, and I have to admire that. I don't think he's just arguing for the sake of arguing. A lot of people have said that making a rule against belt cleans is just another arbitrary rule. True, but all rules are arbitrary. Why do powerlifters have to squat to a certain depth? Why can't they just squat to any depth that they want? Why do weightlifters have to snatch the bar from the floor to overhead in one motion? This argument of rules being arbitrary can go in circles forever. Why don't we allow lifting straps for farmers? No straps on farmers is just a dumb arbitrary rule, right? People would probably argue, well, farmers is a grip event and that's why. And I would argue that the axle clean and press is a clean and press event. Half the movement is a clean. If the clean didn't matter, we should just unrack the bar from squat stands and press it. Oathaugen doesn't allow figure 8 straps for deadlifts in his competitions because people were deadlifting with their hands wide open, and the only thing connecting them to the bar were these straps. Oathaugen didn't like it, so he enforced that rule. Scott Bringwell hosts California's Strongest Man, and he doesn't allow a thumbless grip on thick farmer's handles. Actually, any farmer's handles, I think. because it can allow the athlete to hook their wrists, making it easier to hold. Are these just made up arbitrary rules? Yeah, I guess they are. It's also just the promoters making the events harder, which isn't always a bad thing. Enforcing rules or advocating for certain rules doesn't always mean that you're just trying to divide the sport of strongman. Then the point was brought up, people saying, well, lightweight competitors don't have a big belly like heavyweight competitors, so they can't rest the bar on their belly, so they should just be able to use their belt instead to make things fair. And honestly, that's like a powerlifter saying, well, I'm tall and she's short, so I shouldn't have to squat to the same depth as her because I have a longer range of motion to go. That's not how this works. You use your body to lift the weight. Whether you are 400 pounds or 200 pounds is up to you. Should heavy competitors have a handicap for moving events because they have to sprint with a heavier body weight than a lightweight competitor? World's Strongest Man competitors follow the same rules regardless of body weight. Kevin Ferris is under 300 pounds body weight. Should he get special rules when competing against Gav Bilton, who's 6'6", 420 pounds? I understand this is kind of a straw man argument. I'm just making this up, but this is stuff that goes on in my head. I'm arguing with myself, really. And honestly, I don't even know what the belt clean rules are for World's Strongest Man. I've never been to a rules briefing at one of these competitions, and I've just seen so many different styles being used. For what it's worth, the Strongman Corporation website rules state that the athlete may clean or continental the bar to the shoulders. However, no resting of the bar on the belt or similar object will be allowed. United States Strongman website says, may not rest bar on belt. May not launch from belt to rack position. So if you're an amateur strongman watching this video, I think you should learn how to clean an axle without a belt. If I haven't already made it clear, I would like to see a rule against belt cleans. Like I just said, I think that if you're a strongman competitor, you need to learn how to clean an axle without a belt. If you're a coach, you need to teach your client how to clean an axle without a belt. If you go straight to belt cleans on day one, that's like learning how to lift a stone on day one with a stone strap. Once you're a more experienced competitor and you choose to belt clean and it's within the rules, go for it. Another point that's been brought up, people will say that it's silly for a sport that allows deadlift and squat suits, lifting straps, knee wraps, elbow sleeves, grip shirts, tacky, and tren to make a rule against belt cleans. And I get that argument. While I am voicing my opinion in this video, I'm not really here to make a strong case for or against belt cleans, but honestly, I wouldn't be mad if Strongman got rid of lifting straps, suits, and grip shirts. But again, that's all just my opinion. I realize I'm just kind of pissing into the wind here. Nothing's going to change from this video, and that's okay. I'm not really trying to change anything. I'm just interested in this topic. I'm not going to lose any sleep over this belt clean debate. I don't care if someone belt cleans in a competition if it's allowed. I like Anthony, and I'm looking forward to watching his show. I hope to see some 400-pound belt cleans from those lightweight pros. That's it. Thanks for watching, and always remember, tread on time.